This episode brought to you by Rula, mental health care that works with you and not against your budget. Got a lot of cons coming up, so see if we're dropping by your neck of the woods. Cedar Falls Comic Con in Cedar Falls, March 7th through 8th. Game On Expo in Arizona, March 13th to the 15th. C2E2 in Chicago, Illinois, but only for a limited time. We're at the autograph booths this year, but only for an hour a day. If you miss us, we do have panels every day as well. Midwest Toy and Comic Fest in Springfield, Illinois, April 18th to the 19th. Finally, Midwest Gaming Classic in Wisconsin, April 24th to the 26th. Hope to see you there.
His story came to an end years ago. He was thought to never return. Now, back from the grave, he will answer the call to defend his realm once more. Doug will return in Avengers Doomsday.
See you later, new Doug.
Can we cut?
What is it now, critic?
First off, what's with the shadowy rooms? I can totally make out all of you.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, I would.
Given our choices in the last few years, we've decided to keep a low profile around our new Disney CEO.
Yes, we do not want to seem as expendable as a computer effects artist.
That's what I am!
Probably not by the end of the day.
Oh.
Second, I know these ads for Avengers Doomsday are getting a lot of hype, but don't you think you're going a little overboard with who you're bringing back?
Nonsense. None of this will be overbloated. Here, take a look at the latest callback we got.
In the depths of the unseen, in the vastness of the unknown, one of cinema's most iconic characters will return for one more ride. MODOK will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, that is not going to get many butts in seats.
But we need as many as we can!
Silence!
Oh, sorry.
Show him another example.
He has seen more worlds than anyone knew existed, jumped from dimension to dimension, never finding his true home. This December, he will set the big screen ablaze once more.
Gross.
Howard the Duck will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, I would show up for that, but I don't think the average person would.
That's what I'm saying! We need every single one
Put enough out of you!
Just show him our biggest clincher.
Right!
You thought he was forgotten. You thought nobody remembered his epic contributions. Well, this December, you will discover that it's the butt thing. The butt thing from Shang-Chi will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, seriously, what are you trying to accomplish?
It's not like they wouldn't notice.
All right. We're literally trying to work in every MCU character into Avengers Doomsday.
Why?
Because we need as many people as possible. The MCU is not what it used to be.
So if even just 2 people like the character, they're in.
But doesn't that come across as desperate?
Did you see any of these?
No.
Exactly. Nobody has.
So we're farming as many member berries as possible.
You think it'll work?
People are talking about it, aren't they?
But won't that be too much to fit into one film, even 2?
This isn't like before where even our bad movies made money.
We're in a place where even our good movies don't make money.
Oh, so the usual Hollywood system.
Yes, and we're weirdly not prepared.
So kindly keep the buzz going for as long as you can.
Any other questions?
Yeah, do you all have personal dark rooms, or do you share one?
Goodbye, critic.
Do you fly the same cab route to get the exact same lighting in every room? Welcome to Avengers Month, that time when the Avenger movies need to matter more now than they ever have in the past. Except maybe the first time they tried it. Avengers and the MCU in general have represented the epitome of cinematic popularity for close to 20 years. Every studio during that time was trying to have their own superhero franchise or cinematic universe because of what a powerhouse it was. But people forget the first time this was attempted, there was a lot of hype, but also a lot of nervousness. Nothing like this had ever been done before, at least not to this level. When Iron Man's end credits sequence showed Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury saying, "I'm here to talk about the Avengers Initiative," there was excitement, but also doubt. We've gotten promises and sequel baitings for movies before that never followed through. With every film, though, they were promising more and more, and while admittedly it is hard to make a good movie, it's even harder to make 5 good movies. And even harder to make 5 good movies leading up to a big payoff movie. Then even harder to have that big payoff movie be the first of several big payoff movies. Now, okay, let's be honest, not every film leading up to this was great. Some were passable or, at the best, underwhelming. But the promise of seeing some of history's most iconic superheroes team up after getting their own films was ambitious, but filled with a minefield of things that could go wrong. Somehow they navigated through that minefield, got an incredibly popular director in the geek community, at the time, Joss Whedon. And yes, I will gloat by playing this clip from years ago. Joss Whedon is overrated! And turned in the biggest monster hit of 2012. After this movie came out, many were saying it was the greatest comic book movie ever made. Yeah, we don't think that anymore, right? When I first saw the film, I was very impressed with it, as well as delighted the gamble paid off, so we could see more films like it. But I will admit, revisiting it, I do have a concern. Because every studio wanted their own Avengers franchise, not only did they try to recreate over and over what worked, but the MCU tried to recreate it over and over too. Probably leading to the superhero fatigue a lot of us have grown accustomed to. Probably leading to every cast member in comic book history being called in for the next one. This of course gets you wondering, does this age well? Is it gonna be too quippy, too computer-generated, too focused on its cinematic universe as opposed to just telling a good story with good characters? Well, over 10 years later, we're gonna look over the legacy this film starred and if it still works as a whole. So while we wait to see if the same company can recreate the same magic...
Hey, I got a great idea!
Death cannot claim what can never truly die. Thanks to everyone's favorite technology, AI, Prince T'Challa will return. And will not be returning.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's weird we gotta thank people for that nowadays. Let's take a look at Avengers. So Disney starts off this film with... Oh, right, Paramount. Well, don't worry, Disney made a lot of money with the MCU, but they put it all into the last Indiana Jones movie, so it's fitting revenge. The film starts with Nick Fury and his agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. analyzing the magical Tesseract. Which, if you don't know what that is, because you haven't seen the previous movies, glowy Lego McGuffin.
Where's Agent Barton?
The Hawk? Up in his nest, as usual.
We stop saying the Hawk every time I mention him. It sounds very exposition-y. The lament configuration Transformers Cube mother box starts acting up, though. But we really do have a fetish for all-powerful blocks, don't we? Resulting in the arrival of Thor's evil brother. Don't worry, I'll keep things low-key. Sorry, that was my Whedon Justice League writing coming out there. Loki uses his spear to hypnotize Hawkeye and Stellan Skarsgård scientist. Don't pretend you remember his name. And he takes the knick-knack Tesseract. Goddamn American infrastructure! So I know I'm not the first one to mention this, but the first chunk of this movie is pretty boring. It's not awful, but visually and structurally, it feels very reshooty. Given Joss Whedon, that is not a compliment. Like these car stunts, when you really think about it, are pretty impressive, but it's shot and edited like a straight-to-Netflix movie. It doesn't invite much investment. Even the title drop feels like an afterthought.
What do we do?
The Avengers, yeah, that just doesn't hype me up much.
Nie taki ожидал провести этот.
There are still some fun moments, though, like Black Widow being interrupted during an interrogation where the captor thinks he's the one doing the interrogating.
We need you to come in.
Are you kidding? I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
I don't give everything.
You know, let's say they did let her finish. What would the guy say?
Let me put you on hold.
Continue. Also, here's the computer files for my evil plans, all my passwords for them, and my social security number. Not that your doomed soul will be able to do anything with them. She brings herself out in a pretty fun action sequence, and she meets up with Bruce Banner, played now by Mark Ruffalo, as opposed to the previous outing where he was played by Edward Norton.
I assume the whole place is surrounded.
Just you and me.
Ruffalo does a good job in the role, but I'd be lying if I said Norton wouldn't bring a bit more of a cool edge. I will say, though, Ruffalo does give the impression he's a man constantly trying to stay calm at all costs, moving and talking in a very delicate tone.
So Fury isn't after the monster.
Not that he's told me.
And he tells you everything.
Talk to Fury. He needs you on this.
He needs me in a cage.
Also, it's sad to say, but it is weird seeing the Hulk talked about in such a serious way. In later years, he became much more of a comedic afterthought, but refreshingly, there is a lot of weight around his character early on. Even the funny moments have a nice bite to them.
I just wanted to see what you do.
Stand down. We're good here.
I like to think at least one guy was aiming at the chickens. Banner agrees to help Fury as he talks to the council of shadowy people that, as I hinted at earlier, are very clearly visible.
You're gonna leave the fate of the human race to a handful of freaks.
I'm not leaving anything to anyone. We need a response team.
Whatever, just completely forget we're in these movies after a few films. Seriously, who are these people again? Cut to Captain America still trying to repress the Fantastic Four movies with Fury saying he's needed once more.
The Tesseract, unlimited sustainable energy.
Who took it from you?
He's called Loki. He's not from around here.
He's a beginner threat, and not awful, but kind of a World 1 boss. Catch my drift? Tony Stark as well is called in to help out with his Iron Man suit and brilliant mind.
We have a lot of homework.
Well, what if I didn't?
You mean when you finished? Then work hard.
I'm so glad I made you. What? Nothing. Loki, meanwhile, is getting orders from his alien overlords.
I was a king. Your ambition is little and full of childish need.
Would a man who wears this helmet be concerned with childish things? Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You might want to step inside in a minute. It's gonna get a little hard to breathe.
Several of our heroes are introduced to each other as the ship they're on flies into the air, which is surprisingly cooler than I remember it. And they catch Loki photobombing at a charity event. I like watching this once in a while, remembering, oh yeah, PG-13. Somewhere we may have overcompensated with Man of Steel not saving many people to nobody getting killed in a superhero movie. But honestly, I kind of miss a comic book movie having a big body count. No! Hey, copyright infringement!
You were made to be ruled.
After one of the better lines in the film.
Not to men like you.
There are no men like me.
There are always men like you.
Alright, we're not the X-Men movie. People do wear bright spandex in this. And this big dramatic moment gets interrupted. Yeah, I guess this is the moment we can start the official Loki mid-victory lap comeuppance count.
The last time I was in Germany and saw a man standing above everybody else, we ended up disagreeing.
Well, this is America, buddy. We elect that guy to be president. Iron Man comes in to help, and they capture Loki pretty easily.
I don't remember it being that easy.
You might have missed a couple things, doing time as a capsicle.
That line is so lame, yet Robert Downey Jr. makes everything sound so cool. Thor appears, though, and takes Loki with him.
We need a plan of attack!
I have a plan. Attack.
Okay, maybe I can't save every line.
They're basically gods.
There's only one god, man. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
For Jesus!
Take the world I love as recompense for your imagined slights.
Part of the charm of this movie is while there are quips, most of them seem in character. Thor shows up and immediately has a different way of speaking than Iron Man, Captain America, and the others. And that combined with Loki's ego makes a lot of these lines believably funny.
I mean to rule them. That's why should I not?
You think yourself above them?
Oh, yes.
Still, every once in a while a line goes pretty second grade.
Listen well, brother.
I'm listening.
Oh, if an audience was watching me, I bet that'd get them off.
Hey! Put that hammer down.
Bad call. He loves his hammer.
Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America have a little tiff, which, yes, feels like YouTube clip fodder, but I'm sorry, the hammer colliding with the shield is pretty damn cool. Did I miss something awesome? I feel like I was out when something awesome happened.
Are we done here?
They decide to team up and get Loki imprisoned, allowing all remaining players to finally meet up.
Raise the missing mast. Ship to topsails. Batman is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
This is how studio execs think they sound on a movie set. We spend the next few minutes basically reacting to memes with other memes.
Loki used it to turn two of the sharpest men I know into his personal flying monkeys.
I do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
Might I also add. And I don't care how childish it is, this Galaga payoff is pretty great. Don't judge it too much. I know half of you are watching me at work. It may go without saying, but all these actors are crazy charming and have great chemistry. Their different personalities are so likable, we could literally just watch them do nothing and we'd probably have a good time. Hell, that's what a good chunk of the second film basically is.
I promise a stress-free environment. No surprises.
Ow! With that said, sometimes it does feel like Robert Downey Jr. is doing an impression of himself on coke. Maybe that's the secret. He's always on coke. I kid. Congrats on getting sober, but seriously, that would explain Doolittle.
You've got an excellent observatory in Tromsø.
I also like little touches like Thor wanting to look up how his old fling is doing.
She'll be safe.
Thank you.
I mean, she'll die in your 4th movie, but you'll still have Kat Dennings. Oh, thanks for that.
There's not many people who can sneak up on me.
Black Widow uses her interrogation skills to once again get answers out of people without realizing they're handing them over.
You're a monster.
You brought the monster.
So, Banner. Loki means to unleash the Hulk.
Yeah, stop revealing to people you're tricking them so you can maybe trick them in the future.
You're supposed to be locating the Tesseract.
What is Phase 2?
It's good enough. Phase 2, the captain finds out, is utilizing the Tesseract as a weapon against other countries, causing an even bigger divide among the group.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep.
Wait, hold on. How is this now about me?
I'm sorry, isn't everything?
So their differences and disagreements were just enough for this story. There is build up for why they wouldn't get along and reasons for them to clash, but they jumped to this huge argument a little too quick.
Tesseract belongs on Asgard.
You're not going alone.
You gonna stop me?
Put on the suit, let's find out.
I'm not afraid to hit an old man.
Until you drag me back into this freak show.
You look like a Ren Fair costume for the cover of a romance novel. You look like a dollar store Veterans Day parade. You know, a goddamn cat is why I have to wear an eye patch. Hey, my gal got turned off. And then the scuba diver says, "That's my parrot, you perv." Oh my God! Whoa, where'd that come from? Boy, that's a good point. Mental health is like a car. You wouldn't want to avoid checking up on it and having things build up. Your mind really does need mental maintenance. Thank you for saying all of that very quickly in under a second. No, I'm not going to stop repeating everything you say, but here's my issue. Sometimes it's impossible to find a therapist online who takes my insurance. Affordable and accessible mental health care shouldn't be out of my reach, but it too often is. Thankfully, shut up, thankfully there's Rula. They do things differently, partnering with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per person. In fact, depending on your benefits, your copay could be as little as $0 per person. And I always feel like I'm getting the best, most sensible help there is. Oh, you're right, you didn't say anything. But with Rula, you can find the best therapist for you. Rula partners with a network of over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, allowing you to find your personalized solution based on your needs, preferences, and state requirements. Proving it's not just affordable, it's an experience tailored around you. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. What's that? No, I didn't see any images pop up while I was talking, but here's another one. Visit Rula.com/nostalgia to get started. After you sign up, you'll be asked about how you heard about them, so please support our show and let them know we sent you. That's RULA.com/nostalgia. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. They've even got me to a point where I remind myself my phone has been broken for years. Oh, right. Loki's henchmen attack, though, and end up damaging the ship. The movie realizes we need a scene. Any scene. They've been standing around talking so long it's finally starting to get boring. So our heroes split up, each with their own problems to deal with. The Captain and Iron Man try to fix the ship. Thor gets tricked by Loki into his cell. Yeah, maybe he is kind of a lunkhead. And Black Widow finally sees the fury of the Hulk. Ha! He can't fit through here, shit. It's funny because I remember this scene mostly being Iron Man and Captain America fixing the ship, but watching it again, there actually are a lot of cool moments going on. I think the henchmen attacking adds a lot, as we haven't seen these characters really fight that much, aside from themselves. So I'll give credit, there is a lot more cool action than I remember.
The humans think us immortal. Should we test that?
Actually, yes, I never did figure out what kills you guys, apart from a rough neck massage. Our lead agent gets killed, though, failing to save Thor.
You lack conviction.
I don't think
It's okay, I'll be back with my own show. Ditto. The ship is fixed, but Loki escapes with the Tesseract. The reason? We couldn't all get along.
Yes, we were going to build an arsenal with the Tesseract. I never put all my chips on that number, though, because I was playing something even riskier.
Bitcoin.
Bring together a group of remarkable people. See if they could work together to fight the battles that we never could.
Fury tells him about the Avengers Initiative and how the dream seems to be dead now. Speaking of which, Hawkeye seems to be back to normal, and the first thing he wants to know is, how many people did I kill?
How many agents did I kill?
Don't do that to yourself, Clint.
No, really, I want to know if I'm falling behind on my skills. I don't know, like 80? Still got it. Again, talking about chemistry, these two characters have only one scene together, and you immediately feel their history. They act the same way they do in their last movie as they do in their first, and that is very impressive.
Now you sound like you.
But you don't. You're a spy, not a soldier. Now you want to wade into a war. Why?
I want to figure out why we show Thor looking at his hammer and edit it like he's been looking at it for 10 minutes.
He knows he has to take us out to win, right? That's what he wants.
After a few more dialogue scenes that, again, probably go on a little too long, yeah, there's a limit even these actors have just seeing him in a room talk. Our heroes, despite their differences, go to take on Loki.
Would you like a drink?
Stalling me won't change anything.
No drink, you sure?
How about a couple memes?
I have an army. We have a Hulk.
I got AIDS! I got AIDS! We're coming through!
What have I to fear?
The Avengers.
You've managed to piss off every single one of them.
That was the plan.
Not a great plan.
I mean, it's not a great plan. The idea of getting this super team together, assuming they wouldn't get along, is like bombing Pearl Harbor, assuming America won't like each other enough to fight back.
Yeah. Takes us a while to get any traction, I'll give you that one.
We do stay in boring metal rooms for a while, don't we?
Because if we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn well sure we'll avenge it.
Ah, that's why they're called the Avengers, even though I kind of assumed it was because it was called the Avengers Initiative. Maybe. Has something to do with it. Loki tosses him out, but Tony suits up. That guy got his face burned off. Loki sets off the first of many sky portals that will take over our third act in the future, as our heroes team up and start taking out all the aliens coming through it. And yeah, let's call it, this third act is why everybody loves the movie. If the climax was anything below fantastic, this film would be a solid fine. It'd be a totally fine experience. But they've been building up these characters, working together as a team, fighting evil for so long that when it finally delivers, it delivers all the way. It combines CG and practical effects, humor that's based on character and situations as opposed to just quips, resulting in an impressive, exciting, and fun spectacle.
You ever hear the tale of Jonah?
I wouldn't consider him a role model.
It knows how to keep topping itself too. Every battle seems to get better and better the further it goes. So when the Hulk finally shows up...
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
I get it in that I don't get it, and I think that makes me get it. Most movies would start wrapping up here, as a lot of action films at that time had somewhat underwhelming climaxes. But nope, that Terminator space whale or whatever that was that took so long to kill, there's like a dozen more of them on the way. As soon as Loki says,
"Send the rest,"
I remember thinking, thank God they're actually allowing a big comic book movie to be a big comic book movie.
You need men in these buildings. I need a perimeter.
Why the hell should I take orders from you? I need men in those buildings.
The funny thing is, Iron Man had 2 movies at this point, and Captain America only had 1, so he was more prominent in the advertising and honestly felt more like the leader than Captain America did. As the films go on, though, he would prove himself to be a natural leader and a cinematic icon. In this film, I buy him just enough as the guy giving orders. Again, when you remember his starting point, it does kind of make sense it should take a little bit of time for him to get there. And it is reassuring to know as the films go on, there will be a reason that S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps showing up on merchandise and becomes more and more iconic. I remember when I first saw this long shot and it just kept going and going and going. I leaned over and said, this is one of the most awesome shots ever, and it's not even done yet.
Well, they can't bank with a dam. Find a tight corner.
It embraces it's stupid too, like how the hell is Black Widow controlling this guy through his back? How does Captain America not get burned jumping into a morph ball behind his shield? And how does Fury not kill this guy ordered to take out the Avengers? It's honestly so much fun with so many cool moments, you let them all slide. Yeah, they don't even wait a minute for the next one.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
I can shut the portal down.
Do it! No, wait.
They continue to talk through their invisible earpieces as they're warned the shadowy characters from Darkwing Duck are gonna bomb them to try and destroy the aliens. Iron Man takes the missile and directs it towards the portal, which also ends up getting destroyed. The day is saved, Loki is arrested, and yeah, something about people dead and how much power should the Avengers have, but that's for sequels I want to try harder. This is the perfect place to end this epic fluff.
I don't think
You understand what you've started.
Cinematic universes, superhero fatigue, Disney buying more and more properties. You cannot control this! They end up getting shawarma, which the internet lost their minds over for a bit of time. Chris Evans covers the beard he had because he had another shoot. See future Josh, that's how you do it. And we get the end credit sequence at every comic geek squeeing.
To challenge them is to court death.
Not to be confused with Lady Death, and not before getting a facelift, of course. And that was the first Avengers. Honestly, surprisingly still pretty good for what it is. Is it the greatest superhero movie of all time? No, but it is a very impressive feat for what it had to deliver and how well planned out the build-up to that delivery had to be. For years, people talked about how cool it would be to see a movie where classic heroes team up, and aside from honestly monster movies, we never got that team up. The MCU played the long game to create fun, interesting, and charismatic heroes so that when they did finally team up, it would feel appropriately epic. Are they gonna dive into deep, difficult questions on their first outing? No, it should be a proof of spectacle. An enjoyable film that still allows room to grow and add on more without coming across as too much. While I didn't think this was the best superhero movie back then, and still don't now, they should still be proud of what they put together. Bringing fans something they never thought they would see. A cinematic team-up of their favorite heroes without feeling too forced or commercial. Like they mentioned before, this was only the beginning of a bigger world they were about to step into, and we're gonna look at even more of it as Avengers Month continues. So overall, not a bad start, and we'll see if the MCU can bring back that same magic in the near future.
You saw their fantastic adventure once, and only once. Now, the most important member of everybody's favorite family returns. Weird CGI Twilight Baby will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Can you believe I just rendered that?
Brilliant! Nothing says real family like a family member that doesn't even look like he's there.
Here's hoping. I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
I have a plan. Attack.
I'm still doing cameos for charity, and this year, I'm still gonna keep the charity Solve ME CFS. For those who aren't aware, I have chronic fatigue syndrome I got 2 years ago, and while it is slowly getting better, I don't have it nearly as bad as other people do. It can definitely take its toll and have an impact on many things. Needless to say, it spiked big after COVID, a lot more people got it, and there's still not much known about it. But organizations like this are finding out more and more and discovering how to treat people with it. So if you want a cameo of me saying happy birthday or good luck or whatever, click on the link below and be giving to a good cause. And if you're like, no, you're an anus and I don't like you, well, consider giving to this organization anyway. They work long and hard to figure out as much as they can, with a disease we've barely scratched the surface of. So please consider coming together to help them help many more.